America's mayors across the country are actually hungry for more immigrants, especially in the heartland of the country. So right now, a lot of rural areas in our country are facing population downturns, and it's causing shrinking economies.
Yeah.
And these mayors are clamoring for a better immigration policy that will get immigrants out of the larger metropolitan centers and get them into the heartland so that they could help those economies and help those population figures, help those municipal budgets, right?
Yeah. I want to let you explain more because I have so many thoughts already.
So some policy analysts and elected officials have been throwing their support around this idea for a long time, and coming up with this idea has culminated into the U.S. Conference of Mayors proposing Congress makes this thing called the Heartland Visa. And this would bring either high-skilled or entrepreneurial immigrants into their communities. So, yes, population growth in the 2010s was among the quote-unquote slowest of any decade in the nation's history, which poses threats to economic dynamism of these areas, health of municipal finances, and the housing market, the mayors wrote. Housing market because they need more construction workers and all that stuff.
Okay. And it's specifically, we're talking about population growth in these areas.
In these areas.
Right.
We're talking about population growth in these specific areas. So the framework of this Heartland Visa concept is an annual floor of 100,000 visas, which I love that. An annual floor of 100,000 visas. Each one good for 3 years and renewable every 3 years. High-earning Heartland Visa holders would become eligible for an expedited self-sponsored path to permanent residency. That self-sponsored path is very, very good. Free of burdensome labor market tests. So it's almost like an immediate thing for permanent residency for a high-earning Heartland Visa recipient.
Okay, question on my mind right now.
Yeah.
How do you keep the people in the Heartland?
How do you keep that'll be a part of the thing. And then if they break it, they're under the break of the visa, the same way any visa gets enforced.
Okay.
Yeah. Same way any visa get enforced, it'll be the same thing.
You can't just take another job. You have to keep working the job.
This is in your visa.
Okay.
You have to work here. You can't leave. If you do leave, you're in the break of your visa and you can be deported.
I see.
Yeah.
That seems like a pretty good enforcement mechanism.
75% of Americans say they support this type of program. And a lot of Republican mayors are in support of this.
Yeah.
A lot of Republican mayors are in support of this.
Yeah. And when people think badly about immigration generally, I do feel like they're thinking about the people coming from Venezuela that are getting smuggled up through Mexico to cross the border illegally. Skilled labor is something that people are generally much more open to and feel much more positively about.
And a 100,000 floor visa requirement for everyone coming into the Heartland would be an incredible boom to this country.
Oh my God,
an incredible boom. An economically immeasurable boom to this country.
Yes.
Donald Trump recently came out and he was like, I want every immigrant to this country, every immigrant college student to get a green card stapled to their degree. I read that and I was like, holy shit, good job, Donald Trump.
Yeah, that's awesome.
3 weeks later, he walked it back. He will not be doing that. He will actively be making it harder for people to get H-1B visas. He has made it specifically because he got pushback from the right.
Of course.
He got pushback from the right saying he was being too, liberal with his immigration policy. Man. He went back on it, and now he's done. He's saying it would make it harder to get an H-1B visa. And it was harder to get an H-1B visa under Donald Trump's administration. And so, Joe Biden, call Donald Trump's bluff. Every single immigrant who comes to this country, give them a green card with their degree. Get that happening right now.
Yeah.
If you want to tie it to a Heartland Visa program, fine. If you tell them that they got to move to Wyoming or whatever, fine. I don't like it, but fine. It's better for the country.
Yes, definitely.
Easily.
I mean, these are the places that need workers and people.
Yes.
Yeah, more than anything.
So call his bluff, Joe Biden. Staple a green card to every college graduate who's an immigrant right now.
Yeah, this is just a fantastic idea. I'm all for it.